Welcome to the RS Nerd Herd podcast for Thursday, October 20th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Baum, and on today's episode, the nerds will be discussing our thoughts on the first month of the Fresh Start Worlds, along with the recent Wilderness Flash event. So, how's everybody doing today? It's been about a month since we kind of last got together. We skipped a week there because there wasn't a lot going on, but we've had a good bit of time to play some RuneScape and get some games in. So, how's everybody doing?
Good. Really good. Yeah. Having a good time. Just gaming and gaining levels.
So outside of RuneScape, what have you guys been up to?
Well, one of the reasons I felt like I was kind of unavailable last time is I went to Talladega, the NASCAR race with my parents. It was right around my dad's birthday this month, so went down there. They really enjoy racing. I had a good time camping down there for Talladega weekend, so
Awesome.
it was a good time.
That sounds like it was a lot of fun. Anyone else do anything? I was supposed to go to a Pokemon event, and then I just decided to not go. Mostly because I was too busy playing Fresh Start World.
Other than work, nothing else.
I mean, we did have a barbecue down at your place.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't really a barbecue. It was more of like a
Chili
bonfire,
cook-off.
a chili cook-off, a chili con carnival.
Yeah.
With less dead parents.
Yep.
Today, so the one person we don't have, Kelly, isn't joining us today. She has some other obligations to do. But besides that, so I don't know if I brought this up on our last show because I don't think um, it had happened yet. But I'm actually applying for a new job in my company, and I actually have my interview uh, tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully that'll go well for me. So that's the one big piece of world event going on in my life.
Awesome. Great. I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I'm trying to move from a warehouse position into data integrity. So get to work with computers more and possibly be able to AFK escape on the side while I'm working, which would be a
Hey, that's my job.
Hey, that's a big thumbs up.
It's a big thumbs up. But yeah, I like working with computers. I'm not so into like all the warehouse work, but I mean, a job's a job. You got to get paid where you can. But opportunity to move up, so like I'm looking forward to that. That should hopefully the interview will go well and I can start making a bit more money. But as I was saying, Kelly wasn't able to join us. I know she's got some real world life stuff going on, but we wish her the best while she's doing moving into her new gig. And with that, let's jump into the Fresh Start Worlds. It's week 4 now, so we didn't get to do one on week 2. So how far has everybody gotten? I know Tony, you're not doing it, but
I've gotten really far.
Yeah. But both Thomas's, myself, and we even convinced Kelly to join, but I think we'll let her talk about it when on the next episode, because she's been doing some videos related to the Fresh Start Worlds, which I think are really cool. But we'll let her talk about that when she gets back on the show. But what have you guys been doing? What skills? What have your goals been?
I've pretty much just been. I started off. I thought my goal, like with the low boost XP, I was like, I'm gonna go do quests. I'm gonna get quests done because XP wasn't boosted all that much. So I went and started doing a bunch of quests, and then I realized the lack of mobility was a little bit irritating. Meaning, like you couldn't double surge, no bladed dive. All that was kind of irritating me. So I decided I was gonna start working on agility. Plus, I figured, hey, you know what? Agility is going to be one of those ones I might actually be able to be in a competition for. So I started working on agility, and then I went and got bladed dive pretty early on. So now I got bladed dive, and that's pretty much where I'm at now. Mid levels in agility, like 50 quests done, and bladed dive unlocked.
Not bad. I haven't really touched agility, and definitely don't have bladed dive or anything like that unlocked. So like, that's an interesting path to take. I know a lot of people were aiming for quests early because, like you said, the experience rate isn't as high now, so you might as well get them out of the way while you can.
For
But
sure.
what about you? What about you, Runestar?
I kind of came into it thinking I was gonna have a lot of time right in the beginning, and some things came up at home, and I didn't. I actually started a week late.
Oh,
So, when I went into it, I did what I always do whenever I start a new account. Went straight for the waterfall quest, and then I got into just skilling like I usually do. I got 60 div, 61 rune crafting. Um, Joined up with you for a little bit of magic and defense training at ED3. I kind of jumped all over the place, to be honest.
right. Not like one specific goal or anything you were aiming for.
No, like Thomas was saying, like you you get in and you start doing something, and then you're like, oh, it'd be so much easier if I did this first, and that just kind of took me all over the place. So, um, right now, I don't think I have a general goal. I'm just kind of doing a few quests here and there, um, and really in no specific order. So it's basically like I started playing RuneScape again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, in terms of like starting to play RuneScape again, the one thing I've noticed about this, and maybe we could jump into I guess that discussion before I go into what I did, but I've found like a lot of the content that came out after I like maxed in skills, I find like really appealing to do. Like Het's Oasis catching the scarabs, I hated doing it when I was doing it just to get the comp cape unlock because I was already 99 and I had nothing to gain from it. But doing it when you're a low level and you're actually supposed to be using that for training methods, I've found really fun and just like a joy in the game I didn't know I was missing out on while I was playing a max account.
Interesting.
I don't know. Have you any? Was there anything you guys? I guess you've probably started new accounts more recently than I have, but I don't know. I've found just stuff that I had never touched before because I was always too high a level to be really entertaining, and I'm glad that I went back and am trying some of it now.
I would say when like when Dungeoneering came out back when we were all on our mains, you guys went deep into that, and I don't remember if I was taking a break or what the deal was, but I didn't really stay at the same level as you guys. Well, this time around, I've been Dungeoneering with Kelly a lot, with you, Adam, as well. Um, and being at like that same level, it's like kind of a different perspective. Instead of being carried, I'm actually able to do a lot of the things, or needed to do a lot of the things, because I actually have higher levels than you in this skill, and you have higher than me in other skills, you know. So
Exactly.
it's yeah, it's definitely a new experience.
Yeah, like you said, even with Dungeoneering, being able to be like having to be like, oh, I don't have 99 and everything, so I can't do every door. When before, now I have to sit there and be like, hey, someone like I'll move group gatestone. Someone come open this door. Whoever has like 60 divination or whatever, and that's I don't know. I found Dungeoneering more fun, like a more of a team oriented thing than it was when even when I was doing it in groups before. It always felt like everyone split off, and we only converge when we absolutely have to for like emote room or something like that.
Hmm.
Which I guess it's just fun to do these things in a new, interesting way. The way they were, I would guess, more intended through the development. Um, but as for what I have been doing, my first week was racing for Halos. So my first week of the game was I started out like you. I did waterfall quests to get those quick combat levels off the bat, and then I rushed like whatever quick quest points I could to unlock a Dragon Slayer to get the anti-dragon shield, so that I could bury bones and try to get to what is it 43 prayer. So I had the protection prayers, and then I camped ED3 for like the next week straight. So the first week I ended up getting 99 in magic range, attack, strength, and defense, and then 200 mil in defense as well to try to lock in. I think I ended up at rank 71 overall in defense, which
Nice,
was the
Grant.
first the first skill overall that ended up having the 100 people at 200 mil. So it was the very first skill that ended up being completely locked for Halos. So for me, that felt like a really good accomplishment.
Oh yeah,
I
for
placed
sure.
high in like the primary race that everyone was, or the most people were going for.
Nice.
Thank you. And then
you guaranteed it. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed there. So yeah, so I've been noticing though in a lot of these skills, at least the combat ones, like that's kind of how it was. The first people to 200 mil, the first like you weren't gonna make it the full 8 weeks. I actually had to stay up on, I think it was Thursday night of week 2. I think it was a Thursday night. I had to stay up all night because if I didn't get it before work, there was a good chance that I wasn't gonna have the time to do it after because too many people were gonna 200 mil while I was gone. So I didn't get to really sleep at all that entire night. I put in, I think it was 9 hours of playing, and I got somewhere like 72 million, or no, yeah, like 72, 74 million defense experience in 9 hours.
Wow.
It was nuts.
Crazy.
But ED3, if you're looking to level up, by far the best. The grinds there are, it's boring, but like those trash runs are the best combat experience by far. But yeah, after that, I've just kind of been progressing. I've been trying to get to Prif. That's kind of been my secondary goal now, is to, now that I've got a Challenger Halo, and I want to try to get Prif unlocked. So that's my next goal. I'm trying to hopefully finish off by the end of maybe week 5 or so. But besides that, yeah, it's been a pretty fun event trying to like I said, relearning things from the game, that playing content I never did except for the completionist cape. I found really fun. But there was a bit of a problem the first week with, on day 1. So I guess we should probably jump into that and at least bring it up. So
Oh yeah.
day 1, there was a bug, or I guess I don't even know if it was a bug, just a miscommunication where people weren't able to log into their account, or were making accounts and using their membership to try to play Fresh Start Worlds when it came out, and ended up making regular accounts instead, to the point where Jagex had to roll back the system for about 3 hours.
Yeah, they had to do it for main accounts too, right?
Yeah, main accounts were affected as well with that.
Hmm.
Which kind of set the whole event off on a really sour note. I know a lot of Reddit was really angry, and like, this is what, basically using it as their excuse for why this content is bad, the Fresh Start Worlds. But
yeah, if so many people were making like main accounts and not like fresh start accounts, like they probably didn't make it very easy to decipher, if what you were creating.
yeah, so what the issue was, at least from where I was standing, or from where I was at, was you were supposed to make your account beforehand, add membership to it on beforehand, and log into the account on the website and set your player name. You weren't supposed to log in and set your player name within the game, because if you did that, by the time they ask you to set your name, you were already in the you had already decided what kind of account you wanted to make, so they would never offer you the option for a fresh start account. And so, because of this, a lot of people were putting membership on, going through the tutorial and expecting to get it at the end of the tutorial, like, do you want to play a fresh start account? But it wouldn't. It would just drop you into the game like it was a normal account, and you'd have wasted the membership. So there was a lot of just miscommunication on JX part. Hopefully that doesn't happen if they ever do something like this again. They make it very clear how to do it. But I know it affected me on my start. My start got rolled back. Did anyone else have their progress reset on them?
No, fortunately, I was working at the time, so I didn't actually even get to try any fresh start or other account stuff till I got home that evening, so it didn't affect me at all.
Yeah, it didn't affect me either. I probably was sleeping in the morning. So
No.
like nothing wherever my account was when I logged off. That's where it was when I came back.
Yeah, so you didn't get rolled back on your main, or on your iron or whatever.
I did try and log in and do ports, like player-owned ports on my hardcore Iron Man, and I couldn't log in for a couple hours. That was a little irritating, but that's the only effect I had.
Yeah, for me, I went through the tutorial and then I went and got like the dwarven. I did like all the side stuff to get like the Pathfinder outfit and the dwarven
Mhm.
army axe. Before realizing I don't even have to do that, you can skip it and just get it given to you automatically. But I did all of that and got some like fresh levels before I left for work, only for it to be reset.
Oh,
That kind of was a bummer.
that's the reason you had to stay up late that night.
Yeah, sure. That was the reason. There was also one other little issue that happened, and this was a little less known. Or actually, I guess there was two more. There was a smuggle, where
Yeah,
people
people
were
were
able to bring their main account on and trade over a bunch of stuff to the Fresh Start account.
Hmm.
So a group of people got banned for that. I don't know how much of the economy it really affected, because it seemed like they caught it really quickly, but that did happen.
Hmm.
And then once people were transferring their account over with tokens, with pet tokens and halos and stuff, it was found out even though they said they could, the Iron Men still couldn't trade for them. But that recently got fixed in this last update, so that isn't an issue anymore.
Yeah, that was in this week's patch notes actually, which is nice to see.
Yeah, it's good to see them get that fixed as soon as possible. They also added the tokens to be tradable on the GE one time, so I guess if you want to sell it on the GE, you can.
For 1 GP.
That would be interesting. See if you can put an offer in and snag one for cheap. But besides that, I mean, there wasn't a lot of news the last few weeks. 2 weeks ago, the last patch note was what do they call those? The developers are kind of just making their own content, whatever they wanted to make. I forget what they call those. A game jam.
Oh yeah.
Jagex had a game jam going on, so like they updated. There's some updates to Karamja coming out, along with some other updates. But the other major update we had that just launched this week was the Wilderness Flash events. So I'm gonna jump into that. I'll just kind of read the patch notes for the Wilderness Flash events. The Wilderness got a new lease of life recently, and the good times continue this week with the launch of Flash events. This is a new series of repeatable scenarios for combat players and skillers alike, with no level or quest requirements and an easy to understand, satisfying gameplay. Anyone can jump in and get involved. Every hour, one of 13 new possible events will spawn. These bite-sized scenarios range from skilling activities such as mining a fallen star, spewing deadly fire, to combat encounters, including a potential confrontation with the King Black Dragon. The rewards: completing events bag you XP as well as loot from the Wilderness Flash event loot table. On top of that, there are some special rewards waiting for you, which are a Dark Onyx Core will drop in special encounters. This is a character-based enchantment that, once activated, transforms high-end skilling items, Grace of the Elves, Luck of the Dwarves, and Passage of the Abyss into more powerful variants. Other rewards include Wilderness Obelisk and Flash event teleports, and Wildy loot table improvements. So, the three key. The one item, the Dark Onyx Core, I think, is by far the most important update to this, because it improves the Grace of the Elves, the Luck of the Dwarves, and the Passage of the Abyss. The Grace of the Elves upgrade makes it increases the prayer drain rate reduction from 50 to 100%, and increases the porter charges from 500 to 2,000. which is absolutely insane number. Tony, how are you gonna look into grabbing one of these? Because I know you're still doing archaeology, and having 2,000 charges on your Grace of the Elves would make AFKing so much easier.
Oh yeah, but knowing my luck, I'll still won't get my spear tip in time. But we'll see. Yeah, I probably will try, but I also see that it requires 5 crystal tool seeds, and that is not the
Ooh.
most iron friendly item to try and gather.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you're either gonna have to thieve or kill some
Yep.
Edamu or something for them. We also have, and this one I think is more for Spider, the Luck of the Dwarves upgrade into, what is that, the Dark Facet of Luck, and the Dark Facet of Passage for the Passage of the Abyss. So, the Passage of the Abyss upgrade just makes it infinite teleports. And
No recharge, right?
yep, no recharge, so you can just whatever set you have made, you can just teleport to all of those locations infinitely, which is great if you're doing. I'm assuming yours is probably set up for
Clues.
clue scrolls.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah.
And that combines perfectly with the Dark Facet of Luck, which has a 1% chance to skip a clue step and a 0.1% chance to give double caskets on clue rewards.
Hmm. That's kind of nice. Actually, the skipping steps is really nice, or dropping a step is really nice.
Yeah, so like I'm just thinking like what's if you're doing a clue and you hit that skip along with the skip that you can get from the totem, is it possible to just get a one clue box? Because 3 is the
A
minimum.
one-step clue?
Because
Probably.
there's the totem from Anachronia that allows you to that reduces the steps in a clue scroll by 1, and there's a 1% chance with this to reduce it by 1. And if I remember right, the minimum that you can possibly get on a clue scroll is 3. So if you have both the totem and this proc at the same time, in theory you should be able to get a 1 clue casket.
Yeah, it sounds like a good assumption. I don't know the minimum for all the clues. I think people were already doing one step easies, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking strictly hard
Hard.
because those are the only
Yeah,
ones I
hard
ever
and
do.
above. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I'm assuming that you could drop your hard clues down to be one step now. Not guaranteed,
Yeah.
10% chance to have it done, but
Yeah, first it has to be a 3-step clue to begin with, and then you hit the 1% chance. So
mhm.
not
Well,
likely, but
1%,
I mean,
not even 10%. Okay.
yeah, it's a 1% chance to skip a clue step.
Huh.
So
That's probably the last upgrade I'd go for then.
oh yeah,
Because it's only 1 in 1,000 clue boxes that you'd get double basically, and then 1 in 100 clues you'd skip.
yeah, and then it offers another teleport to the Dwarven Outpost, which is like the coal trucks over there by the fishing guild. I think is what it's
That's nice
considered.
actually. Yeah, that's nice.
But so yeah, so that's the 3 major pieces of upgrades from the Wilderness Splash event. There's also a Wilderness Obelisk, which basically works just like all the other obelisks in the wilderness, where you can teleport to a random obelisk in the wilderness as long as you don't have the hard challenges done. If you have the wildy hard, then you get to pick where you teleport. But with the loot rewards, so they give you a loot bag when you finish these, and that's where you get these obelisks and the Dark Onyx cores. The rewards aren't too bad. I've noticed on they give you like searing ashes and black salamanders and stuff like that. So not the best rewards in the world, but some of the stuff's worth using, especially like if you get the searing ash drop. Like the searing
Yeah.
ashes can be used for potions and I guess selling if you really need the cash. So it's not bad, but I don't know if it's something I'd be doing every hour.
Every hour?
Yeah, it's it's not something I'm gonna like go out of my way to do. But if I happen across them, yeah, it's fun to try them every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and see, it looks like as well there was a new mini quest series, Civil War, that came out. I haven't done it, but it supposedly bridges the gap between the Daughter of Chaos and the final quest that's coming out at the end of the year. I haven't done Daughter of Chaos either, so I don't have any information on like what that could really even entail. Anyone done Daughter of Chaos yet?
I have not. Twice. Ooh, okay.
Oh, so what is that quest even about?
Well, it's kind of like a civil war essentially. Um, you play as Moya and you go through the wilderness a little bit looking for, um, basically following along, trying to map out. I'm sorry. Um, you play as Moya a bit, going through the wilderness, working with Bilrock, and then your character follows like through divination, follows her memories until you finally catch up with her and confront her about what she's doing. And um, yeah, it's kind of a short quest that's very leading towards like there's something more.
Okay, so that would explain why they need to kind of like bridge it for the ending, so it doesn't give you really the answers you seek, and they'll probably come on the last step or the last quest of the year.
Definitely.
All right, so
Probably be a Grandmaster, I'm guessing.
yeah, probably. So there's two parts to that just came out, and besides that, not really much else to say. The patch notes, like I said, they fixed the inverted skill cape tokens and the halos, so they're now tradable to Iron Man accounts and tradable on the GE. So those are good changes. There was some changes to the stacking of Whirligig scarabs and the Hunter urns not filling up and not providing strange rocks. That's been fixed. So besides that, though, that's really it for the major patch notes that we found that were important. Uh, and that's pretty much going to conclude for what we got today. The only thing left is we have our game with 20 questions to play. So, Thomas, did you have an NPC that you thought up for the week?
I do. I think it's still going to be kind of on the easy levels. We're not too far into the 20 question game yet where we really got to be thinking. So it's kind of an easier one. I think you guys should be able to get it, but it should be fun.
All
Yeah, I
right,
got one picked out.
all right, let's do it. Tony, why don't you start off asking the first question?
Um, are you a male or a female NPC? Or no,
I mean, you asked me yes
are
or
you
no.
a male? Yeah, are you a male NPC?
Yes.
A male NPC.
Okay.
I guess I'll ask the next one. Are you located in a free-to-play area?
Yes.
RuneStar?
Are you a human NPC?
Yes.
All right, we got 3 yeses.
Do you repair axes?
No.
I was thinking the same thing. All
Okay,
right,
free to play area.
free-to-play male NPC. Gotta remember free-to-play now extends over a bit more. Are you in? Ooh. Are you in Lumbridge?
No.
Not in Lumbridge.
Going to be one of those technicality things. Just kidding. Are you in Draenor Village?
No.
How many questions are we at now?
That was 6.
5?
6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in Falador?
No.
Oh, great. Are you in Port Sarim?
No.
Oh, great. Question 9 to Runestar.
Are you located south of the Wilderness Wall?
Yes.
All right.
Mm,
South of the Wildy Wall. I feel like we haven't looked at Varrock yet. Edgeville. Gunar's Ground.
I don't think anyone has said Al Kharid yet either.
That's true.
You want to cut down location with east or west side of the river?
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right. So are you on the east side of the river?
East side. I am on the east side, yes.
Okay.
All right,
So
that's Varrock, Al Kharid area. Are you in Varrock?
Yes.
Ooh, right. Male NPC human in Varrock. That was 11.
ooh, what's his name? I'm already thinking of one. Are you?
Hey, it's my turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I trade with you?
No.
No trading NPC. All right, Tony.
Are you Reldo?
Yes.
Oh, wow. There.
Well
I
done.
was going to ask if it was in the castle, but nice job, Tony.
I was gonna ask if he's a librarian, but if he said yes, but then so I was like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I just
I'd
want
like
to
to
I
win.
was
solve.
going to ask if he was in disguise.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Are you Karos?
That was
Yes.
very quick. I thought it was going to be a couple more questions, but
Well, all right. It looks
Nice.
like another correct answer. We might need to start making these a little bit harder.
yeah.
But either Runestar or Tony will think of the next one for the next game. So
If we want to make it harder, we just need to ask Kelly because she'll pick like in between. Like her NPC will have a foot in like 4 different towns.
One of the named ogres.
Yeah.
That content that we never mess with.
Oh yeah, you can't pronounce the name right. And she's like, you said the name wrong. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna finish up for the episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure to subscribe so that you catch the next episode when it comes out, whenever that may be. And if you've got, let us know. Actually, were you able to figure out the NPC in the comment section, and what have you been doing in the Fresh Start worlds? Post that in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. But without that, everybody have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.